Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. Philip found Nathanael and said to him, "We have found him about whom Moses in the law and also the prophets wrote, Jesus, son of Joseph from Nazareth." Nathanael said to him, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Philip said to him, "Come and see." When Jesus saw Nathanael coming toward him, he said of him, "Here is truly an Israelite, in whom there is no deceit." Nathanael asked him, "Where did you get to know me?" Jesus answered, "I saw you under the fig tree before Philip called you." Nathanael replied, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel." Jesus answered, "Do you believe because I told you that I saw you under the fig tree? You will see greater things than these." And he said to him, "Very truly I tell you, you will see heaven open, and the angels of God descending and descending upon the Son of Man." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Christ. For you yourself created my inmost parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. For you have created me, and I am marvelously made. Amen. Prayers take many shapes, and relationships take many forms. And if you think about prayers, there's one that sets our faith tradition apart. The Lord's Prayer. We say it every time an Anglican church around the world gathers for prayer. We say the Lord's Prayer. I remember as a child sitting at the dinner table, and every night my mother and father would teach me and my brother another line. Our Father, who art in heaven. And so it went on and on. It is one of those sets of prayers that is something ingrained in the lives of all Christians. You too may remember learning it either as a child or a teenager or as an adult. How about those bedtime prayers? Do you remember those as a kid, going to the bedside and being invited by your parents to kneel and bow your head and lift up your hands? Praying for mother and father and grandma and grandpa and those who are sick, those who may not have a place to stay. Night after night after night. We prayed another prayer together today that you may not have known as a prayer. I call it prayer number 139. For those psalms are prayers. At their core, they are love songs to God, no matter how hard they may be from time to time. For we said to God, you yourself created my inmost parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. This psalm, this statement, this prayer to God is a earthy psalm. It's not just flowery language about something nice and about creation, but it is real. For we know ourselves, our bodies, our fingerprints, our feet and our toes, and God created us in our mother's womb. It is something very visceral. And when we look into a parent's eye or a sibling's eye, we start to see that remembrance and that resemblance again and again and again. We see ourselves in our family In today's world, of course, we call that DNA, and we study it in science class about the double helix, right, Serena? And how it comes together. And we are marvelously made. And those family resemblance continue and continue. When I was a teenager, this psalm in particular, this one psalm started to help me make sense of myself. I started to be able to see, oh, we are marvelously made. Oh, we are in the image of our families. For we are made not only in God's image, but in the image of our parents, in brother and sister. Think of the statements, oh, he doesn't fall very far from the family tree. She's a spitting image of her mother. Or, oh, you can see Grandma in our newborn daughter. Think of all those statements you have said about your own children or others or your grandmas or grandpas and all of those things. We are marvelously made in our mother's womb. And God did the knitting of it all. It also started to help me make sense of Genesis. When it says that we are made very good. You may have heard of this theological statement called original sin. It says, no, we come out of the womb broken and not fully in the image of God. But if we go before that, and we take this psalm, and we take that understanding of being marvelously made, we are first made in God's image, in the fullness of love that never ends. It is why I believe this church goes to a table every Sunday. A table to share bread and wine, a table to share prayers, a table to say the Lord's Prayer. Why? Because we are marvelously made. And it is in God's image that it is shown for us. It is a mirror. It is a mirror that we can see the holiness of love of God in our own face, no differently than looking in the pictures of our parents or when we were little children, and you can see almost as though they're the exact same as someone else. I was at a funeral this week, yesterday in fact, and every woman I saw of the family of the woman who died, I saw her. I couldn't believe it. I've never been to a funeral like that or seen a family like that. Every time I turned around, there she was. Maybe it was God. But there's another prayer that my family taught me. It was a prayer that hung on the wall of our kitchen, right above where my dad would sit every dinner and right across from me. It was proud and it was visible for everyone to see. And this is what it said. An answer to an adopted child. Neither bone of my bone, nor flesh of my flesh, but still my very own. You did not grow under my heart, but in it. And I read that prayer every day of my life as a little boy. Yes, I did not look into the eyes of a mother or a father and saw that exact imprint of my face. But I did see God's hands and face in their eyes. It was Psalm 139 in its new way for me. And it took me years to figure that out. For you are marvelously made, and it is in God's image that you will see me. Prayers are amazing. And they teach us about relationships that we never could have imagined in our entire lives. And at the core of these prayers is one simple one.